Today we'll be taking a look at the latest with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, an update on Naomi's story, update on all the big returns that just got confirmed, and much more. Let's start things off with this story that should have fans excited, but considering the way WWE decided to do things, it has fans a bit dazed and confused. We're of course talking about the all-confirmed returns for the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble match. What's the whole mystique around the Royal Rumble? It's the surprise returns, surprise entrance, overall keyword there being surprise. That's what makes the Rumble match what it is, the surprise element of having no idea who's gonna come out next. Well, WWE is facing serious fan criticism because they sort of ruined that here by randomly announcing 7 major WWE returns during the middle of Smackdown. During Charlotte Flair's segment, a video package played showing some of the current WWE women that will be in the match. But fans had to do a double take when superstars like Lita, the Bella Twins, Summer Rae, Michelle McCool, Kelly, and even Impact Wrestling's knockout champion Mickie James were also confirmed for the match. They spoiled what could have been so many surprise returns for this Royal Rumble match. The biggest name on this list being Nikki Bella. Everyone was under the impression that Nikki Bella was still retired because of her neck issues. She would have been a nice, genuine surprise if she randomly appeared in the match unannounced. Another big name on this list is Mickie James as well. Everyone remembers that Mickie James didn't have the most peaceful exit from WWE last year, but her return in this spot could be a pretty historic moment. If Mickie James is still Impact Knockout Champion come the Royal Rumble, that'll be the first time ever that an active Impact Wrestling Champion will also be appearing on a major WWE event. Then of course you have the names like Summer Rae on this list, who hasn't been seen inside the ring in so many years. So it's a real bittersweet announcement. It's great to basically have confirmation that Nikki Bella is cleared, and we're seeing all these big historic returns. But it would have been nice to save all those surprises for the Royal Rumble match itself. Why did WWE go ahead and ruin the fun by announcing all these names? No one knows, but fans speculate that if they're willing to spoil all these surprises, that there must have been a real major surprise that they're going to keep hidden. Maybe someone like Paige. Now, there's a return that shouldn't be spoiled at all, and would be such a massive deal if it was to happen. So that's just fan speculation. They think if WWE is giving us all these names like nothing, there must be someone huge that they're saving. So we'll have to see how that unfolds at the match itself. But fans aren't so happy about those big returns being spoiled for a match that's themed around surprises. But at the same time, it's growing hype and speculation that someone big can still show up at the Royal Rumble as the actual real surprise. So let's dive into the Naomi vs Sonya Deville storyline. Not much happened with the storyline this week, but there were a few nods and teasers there that can come back up in the future. So let's take a look at what happened. Naomi faced off against Charlotte Flair, but of course, the added obstacle of dealing with Sonya Deville and her hatred for Naomi was still present. Naomi would have won the match via countout, but as that was about to happen, Sonya made it a no-count match. And when Naomi was going to win via disqualification, Sonya made it a no disqualification match. So as these ways for Naomi to technically win the match kept coming up, Sonya kept removing them until Naomi finally lost. So even in defeat, Naomi still looks good. She obviously would have had that match won in several different ways if it wasn't for Sonya's presence. But what happened next was a bit intriguing. Adam Pearce approaches Sonya Deville about the situation. Sonya immediately gets defensive and thinks he wants to talk about the whole situation with Naomi. Sonya sounds like she's about to start explaining the situation with Naomi and said that it's not what it seems like. But Adam Pearce cuts her off and says that his issue was that he needed to find a Royal Rumble opponent for Roman Reigns. Sonya Deville, being relieved that he didn't want to talk about the Naomi situation, changed the topic and agreed to help him find the Royal Rumble opponent for Roman. This moment here sort of goes back to the logic flaw and small plot hole that we discussed a few weeks ago, and that is of course the question of, is anyone watching what Sonya Deville is doing? It's not like Sonya Deville is making silent moves against Naomi behind closed doors. No, she's at ringside on national television, publicly putting her abuse to power on full display for everyone to see. So it's extremely weird and a bit unrealistic that no supervisor or anyone above Sonya Deville has stepped in to talk to her about the Naomi situation. The way Sonya Deville constantly gets away with it makes it seem like WWE management in the storyline world doesn't watch the product at all. It's like they don't even really know what's going on. But telling by how Sonya reacted there in that quick moment where she was approached by Adam Pearce, it does look like Sonya's character is at least paranoid about the entire situation and expects to be confronted about it. That's why she was ready to give Adam Pearce a whole explanation right there for what's going on with Naomi. So it would appear that Sonya at least has her story made up, shall anyone question her about what she's doing to Naomi. And like Michael Cole stressed a lot on commentary, no one knows what Sonya Deville's problem with Naomi is. And that's really actually true. Nearly 7 months into this storyline, and we don't know the backstory behind the hatred that Sonya has for Naomi. Like we've been discussing for all these months, Sonya only acts this way towards Naomi. So it's not like we can brush it off and be like, well, Sonya is a heel WWE official character, and she acts like this towards everyone. Because that's not true. She only acts this way towards Naomi. So it is weird, and even this deep into the storyline, elements and part of the story are still missing. So we'll see if we ever get the reasoning for why Sonya treats Naomi like this, because it would appear that there's more to the story that we still haven't tapped into yet. So let's get into Adam Pearce's decision for Roman's Royal Rumble opponent. Adam Pearce confirmed during one of his backstage segments on the show that WWE management left the Royal Rumble opponent for Roman Reigns up to him, and that he can pick someone from any roster. Roman is unaware of this, and that's why when Pearce comes to talk to him, Roman seems very uninterested to know his Rumble opponent because he assumed it'll be someone from Smackdown that he already beat before, so he wasn't stressing it. But there's a knock on his door, and it's Monday Night Raw's Seth Rollins. And we just talked earlier in this week about how cool it would have been for them to go with Seth Rollins, and that turned out to be true. Seth obviously caught Roman by surprise, and Roman realized there in the closing moments of SmackDown that this is going to be a much bigger matchup than he originally expected it to be. Now, he has to go against a new opponent that he hasn't faced at all during his 500-day reign, and it just isn't anybody. It's someone that knows him better than any other opponent he's faced so far. Someone that he came into WWE with and was side by side with for so many years. So it took a long time to make it here, but we're finally here. We're finally getting to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at Royal Rumble. Why is a Raw superstar competing for a SmackDown title? That's a story for another day. Maybe they'll explain why. Maybe they don't have to explain it at all, but at least we get this massive dream matchup at the Royal Rumble. But what are your thoughts on today's stories from SmackDown? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.